Vivarium is about a young couple. They're looking for a house and they come across this real estate agent who is very, very strange. He laughs at strange times, he imitates them, but he has a pretty promising pitch. She is interested. He is very skeptical. They go to this community called Yonder where all of the houses are exactly the same. They're all green and the roads don't seem to lead anywhere, and it's a very, very conformed place. He leaves them there to check out the house, and then they come out and he's gone and they don't know where he is. They try to find their way out. They keep driving and driving, but they can't leave. And that's the setup for this sci-fi horror thriller type movie, but at its core it's about the relationship between these two people. She's a teacher and he is a handyman or construction worker of some sort. I really enjoyed Vivarium. It's very, very different and it's very, very scary. Initially when you watch it, it might seem like a very on-the-nose critique of suburban life. It's a couple, they're stuck in a house. Things are generally taken care of, but they're getting miserable because they just have this house. So you might think this is a critique on home ownership or just living an easy middle-class life, but there's a little bit more going on than that. Our male protagonist, he is kind of a dick. You can tell they love each other, but there are just some things he doesn't agree with and he'll lose his temper at times. But if you watch this film, everything he's saying about not wanting to see the house initially, being very resistant to being locked down, it turns out that maybe he's right. The female character is more nurturing and she's got seemingly a softer heart. When we watch the beginning of the film, she's a nice, kind, nurturing teacher. And this film opens with birds, a cuckoo bird kicking out a baby bird, like fighting it out and kicking it out of its nest. It's very, very graphic. And that's also what this movie is about, raising something that isn't your own and how something could take advantage of certain maternal instincts. I don't want to spoil it too much. I'll just say before I get into spoilers, this is a very interesting film. I think the performances are really good. I love the idea. I don't know if it's the most satisfying film, but it's definitely something new. It's shot very well. It elicits strange emotions and you might be thinking too much about it, more so than the creators were actually thinking about. Not that many questions will be answered. You definitely have to just be okay with not knowing exactly what happens. I would definitely check it out. Now let's just talk a little bit more about what happened. My perspective, I'm pretty sure this is some kind of alien thing going on. I know some people think it's a simulation of some sort, and that may be true, but it's definitely alien because of the way the monster moves. It's very organic. There may be some kind of bird-like interdimensional creatures, and they're using humans to take care of their own. Now, obviously, things just don't make sense. The fact that you can drive or walk one direction and still end up at the same place. But if these aliens have some kind of interdimensional powers, that could be explained. It's super ironic what happens, which is part of why I like this movie, because if you can create something with super heavy irony, then you've done something right. The fact that Jesse Eisenberg's character literally digs his own grave, even though they're taking care of the aliens' kids, that's just so ironic. And it's so perfect. And I watched a couple of analysis videos and I think, yeah, it's just about the cuckoo. That's like the top level thing of raising somebody else's kid. But maybe it's also trying to say that when you have your own kids, it's like a stranger. What did you think about Jesse Eisenberg's character? What if he had killed the kid? Because it was a lie that they could leave. Maybe it's a lie of middle-class life that we could just leave whenever we wanted. That, okay, we can get this house for now. We'll find something else later, or we'll get a cabin in the woods, or we can retire somewhere else. No, maybe you're just stuck there. Maybe you have to nip it in the bud in the beginning. Maybe you have to murder your wife or your husband or your kid to be truly happy. There's a lot of questions and very little answers. I'm going to give Yonder a B+. Very unique movie that kept me engaged the whole time. Not super satisfying, but I'm glad I watched it and I keep thinking about it, which is always a good thing. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. I know there's better analysis videos than this. I just kind of want to talk out loud about it. This movie's crazy. It's weird, especially when the throat thing comes up.